All right, hello, wine-drinking people. Today is Friday, the 22nd of November, just a little less than a week before Thanksgiving. We're getting ready to get our drink on tonight with about 75 different sparklers and champagne. And I know, part of my job is selling wine, but we've been spending so much time drinking it over the last couple of weeks. We haven't had a chance to get too many offers out on a great wine. Like today, we've got one of the greatest wines of Washington State, Col Solare. Every year we put out an offering on this wine, and we have people from Washington State ordering it and sending it back to Washington because we have one of the cheapest prices in the country on this iconic wine. It was 1992 when Piero Antinori first went to Washington State at the urging of his good friend Andre Tchelistcheff. He said, "You've got to see what's going on up here. This is one of the most impressive wine-growing regions in the United States of America, and you can still buy vineyard land here for, well, just until a couple of years ago, $35,000 an acre." And Piero Antinori took a look around up there and met the folks at Chateau Ste. Michelle, became friends in 1995, decided to do a joint venture. Well, at that time, they didn't have a winery, they didn't have a site. They just knew that they had like minds, and they wanted to connect, and they wanted to create something unique. And one of the greatest red wines of Washington State has emerged out of this Col Solare. And as of 2007, after scouring the state, they found a perfect site on Red Mountain to build the winery. It was complete, and they planted vineyards there. And, they still don't have much of those wines in this bottle because, the vineyards were just planted. It takes 3 years for them to come online. And, most of the fruit still too young to put in this wine. But they've got great sources throughout the Columbia Valley that they're getting fruit for this wine. And it has become one of the top wines coming out of Washington State. And just look at the press the last couple of years. 93 points, 94 points, 93 points, 93 points. Very consistent. I always say you can't drink points, but you're going to pay for them. In this case, Washington State, you're not going to pay near as much as some places like Napa Valley. If you want to get a comparable wine to this, you're paying over $100 a bottle. This 2008 Col Solare is a blend of mostly Cabernet Sauvignon, 67%, 20% Merlot, 10% Cabernet Franc, and 3% Syrah. Syrah does very good in Washington State. Hey, they've even got some Carmenere planted at the vineyard. We had a chance to visit Col Solare Winery on our trip this year up to Washington State for the wine auction and meet with winemaker Marcus Notaro. What a great guy. We saw him at the auction. Also had a lot of fun up there. Anybody that wants to come back next year, we're going again. We're going all the way out to Walla Walla again, which is a 5-hour drive from Seattle, tracking back to Red Mountain. We're going to spend some time in Red Mountain. This is the smallest appellation in the Columbia Valley, only 4,000 acres, of which about half are planted now. Everyone is out there in Red Mountain. If you're making a high-quality wine in the Columbia Valley, you want Red Mountain juice, some of the most sought-after grapes in all of Washington State today. This 2008 is classic Col Solare, decadent and rich, aromas of cassis, dark currant berry fruit, and a host of spicier dark cocoa, fresh plowed black earth, some of that typical Red Mountain soil. Not all the wine is from Red Mountain yet, but a portion of it is. Big and chewy on the tongue, smooth and silky texture, ripe brown tannins, a good amount of that ripe cherry and cassis berry fruit showing all the way to the finish. Lots of everything, lots of depth and structure to this wine. This is going to age for a decade or more easily in your cellar, but it's drinking so good right now. And at this price, I don't know why you would want to hold on to it. Check it out, one of the cheapest prices in the country on the iconic wine Col Solare from Washington State. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.